Hello and welcome to GM Talks. Today we're gonna look at the London system and winning with white. The London system was considered an innocent, anonymous opening when I was a kid, with something played by old men who like their push their age pawns to not to be back ranked mated. But today it's a serious white opening, and I'm gonna tell you why today. I'm gonna tell you why the London is dangerous, why you should take it seriously, why you cannot just shrug it off and say, oh, that's so easy, just put your pieces in natural positions and do like this, and then you are gonna be fine with white. No, it's dangerous for black. So I don't know, I'm not sure what to do for the black player. So let's get into it. We have an intriguing game, Nijat Abasov from Azerbaijan versus Vidit, Santosh Gujrathi Vidit from India in the quarterfinals of the World Cup in Baku. And Abasov is the big surprise of the tournament. He's rated 26 something, and usually it's only the 2,700 guys who are left at this stage. By the way, it was a big surprise. Four Indians managed to make it into the quarterfinal. There's only one left now, and that's Pragna Nandar, who's kind of my favorite Indian. After he won the Politiken Cup way back when I was playing, he was just like this. I think he has some sort of sixth sense about chess. By the way, he was a bit lucky to eliminate Arigasi, one of his best friends, in a very close match. Anyway, this is the London system. So, can this really be dangerous? Of course. The thing is, white is developing fast, he's solid, he's active, and black simply has to be careful. What you can say about white's position is easy. He actually gets a perfect slaw for black. When you have managed to get everything for black, then that's what you get immediately in the London system. So you have to take it serious, but you should also remember it's not like really gonna blow black away if he plays carefully. It's not, and there's a lot of subtleties in the opening. C5 is arguably the best move. E3 is also the serious move. Knight C6. So black gets to have it like a white setup here. If, for instance, white goes c3 here, then it's known that this equalizes immediately. This is old theory. After something like this, white is pushed back here, and you have to go here. Still, this position, white scores rather well, even though because it's really easy to play with white. You have simple plans. You do something like this. Then you put your pushes here, then you put your king here, then you put your bishop here, the bishop here, the rook here, and then you push e4, and at some point you will get some sort of an attack in the center or on the king side. And meanwhile, not much is going on the queen side, because to be honest, white is pretty solid there too. You can also play with b3, but that is a little bit more dangerous due to the c file. Anyway, so this is of course playable, but the modern way to play is knight bd2. And the serious stuff here is queen b6. And white will take here, and black will take here, and we will have, I think this is sort of the main variation of this gambit. It's very interesting. I'm not sure who's better, but I'm sure that you need to have a lot of computer analysis if you go into this. Not only it has to be some cloud engine, and they have to have some special feel for this. So this is for the working people. Apparently Abasov had done the work. Vidit did not want to enter this, so he played e6. You could also argue for the knight bd2. Another way to play here is bishop d4, which is gaining a little bit of momentum recently. Another way is to play knight h5, just to get rid of the bishop. White will probably play bishop e5 and say this one is a little bit out on the lead. If it goes back, then the white squares will be weakened here. This has I think it's probably fine for black, but it's again a serious options, and white is always solid and it's always dangerous. e6 cannot be bad, seriously, and c3 now. So we are ready to, for instance, something like this is just a ridiculous move now because of you can play queen b1 or something. It's a good move probably, and then you will get your setup, and this is usually what you do, and castle, and all white's pieces are aiming at the king side and the center, and it usually can be a pretty brutal attack arising from this thing. So c3, bishop e7. They don't do that much anymore. Actually, they have found all sort of ways, but I think the main move here is bishop d6 and bishop g3, with the idea that after queen c7, d takes c5, and you cannot take back due to the pin. Something like this used to be a well-known trick. A knight d7, and here you take here, and if you go something like this, then this is good actually. And this looks so crazy, but this is actually a good move in this position. Queen e7, queen h5, check. King g8, knight e4, and knight is landing on g5. That's a funny way to get this this kind of attack with the bishop takes h7. I actually had this in one game with white, which I won I think it was in Thailand once. So this is a nice little trick worth to remember. Instead, after knight d7, bishop take, you have to take back with the queen, and then it's probably only slightly better for white. But white will always have this sort of nice position with no weaknesses, which is a little bit frustrating when you're playing black. That white can sort of, it's like if you play well, we will have an equal position. If you will play badly, I will mate you. That's a pretty annoying sort of setup to be playing against. But that's what it is in London. That's why it's so appealing. Bishop e7, and white plays with the idea if white goes bishop d3, then maybe knight h5 again. And here white played h3, saying, okay, I'm going to preserve the bishop if you go to h5 with bishop h2. And here black played an interesting move, bishop d6. With the smart point that bishop d3 is not as good now because you have to take back with the g pawn, and that looks f pawn, that looks really horrible. So a little subtlety from Vidit, but maybe it's not something fantastic. White takes on c5, gaining a tempo. So black spent a few tempo here, and after this and back again, and queen takes and queen c2. So white is now fully developed, can castle on either side. e5 you will meet with e4 for sure, and this kind of setup is a little bit loose for black, and white still have good pieces and some chances of gaining control over the white squares. So this is so instead black tries to keep on. But it's not like, and this is the point of the London. The slight initiative white is enjoying is not going away. And here white is not much, but he is slightly better for sure. Bishop d7. White is not. Black does not want to go to that side and take natural move. And here maybe bishop c6, rook e1, queen c7 looks natural. Still white is slightly better. He does have this majority on the queen side, but it's not much. Instead, Vidit decided not to allow his position to be ruined. And what follows now is very instructive. So pay attention, because this looks like an equal position, right? They have 4 pawns versus 3 on the one side, 3 pawns versus 2 on the other side. They have the same colored bishop. Both white and black is more or less a little active and so on. But the position is just a little but clearly better for white. So rook e1, always annoying with things like this X-ray on the queen, and also of course you want your rook on the open file. Bishop c6, okay, white is not threatening anything yet. Rook a1, so they're slowly coming. Black is still not deterred, and white just go back, bishop f1. Still not really threatening anything, but the queen is a little bit uneasy on the square. You don't want your queen in things like that, these situations. You start to be afraid of maybe c4 at some point, or knight d2 coming somewhere, maybe landing on d4, harassing the bishop, or things like that. King b8, natural move. Queen d2, and now white starts to threaten something. He's probably he might be threatening c4. He might be threatening queen g5 with annoying pressure and so on. So this looks natural, but it's not really a good move. And why here white plays a surprising move, knight c5. So it goes in with this pin, and it goes in with this pin, but there's no way to exploit that. And the knight is actually quite annoying on c5 because you can't get rid of it. b6 runs into the horrible check on a6. And meanwhile, white is actually starting to threaten something like this, starting to massage the pawns on the king side. So black says, okay, I don't want to any of that. And white pushes the knight back. Where to go? He goes here, queen c3, and we see the same thing again. The massage is going on this square, and it's not really that easy to do something about this. So black decide to go here, and white starts b4. Again, you can't get rid of the knight, and now this is running out of square. This looks nice, but it's not doing much. And actually, white is already very much better here because he has an automatic attack on the queen side, and black does not have an attack on the king side. These pawns are not going anywhere anytime soon, and meanwhile, white can just push the pawns, and that's exactly what he does. Black tries what is natural to exchange, but it doesn't change anything because here white still has an auto attack. Black still does not have any kind of counterplay. Knight b3, ready to push the c pawn, push the a pawn. Start with the a pawn, and we see the king here. Even though it's limited material, this has no scope, this is not doing much, and so on. And basically, he's just gonna push the pawn all the way up, and black will be totally busted. And I don't see a defense already. Vidit, of course, tries something. It looks natural to go here, and of course it prevents c5 because bishop takes b5. But white just go here, defend the pawn. There's still not much going on here. b6 is actually already totally lost because after this move. But again, it's not a fun position, is it? What to do here? a6 might be threatening, maybe even b6 sometimes. I don't know. But a6 is a serious threat if you do something, and otherwise they're just coming. The check might be coming on c5 as well. b6, but well, the exchange. You got exchanged a lot of things here, but you also ran into a losing position, and now it's totally busted. The knight is coming in. There is no counterplay. King is completely busted here, and Vidit with 27-20, which is 19, which is. He's racing for a long time, is not a bad player. So this just goes to show that it's not so easy. You probably tried it in Blitz. It's not so easy to play against London. This second wave, we have another video with the second wave of the London attack. It's just hard to defend against. So I'm very sorry, but I believe the London is here to stay. White will keep on playing it because it's not easy for black. And they will keep on finding resources, and here just check, ouch, and pawn gone, and check, and b6, and it's already absolutely lost. There's no way you can defend this, and check again, and b7, and how to stop that pawn. well, you did stop it, but then just bishop b5, and it's by the way, Azerbaijan players, they're really good at this. If they have a chance to sort of activate their pieces, they will always find it. It's something, I think they learn it in kindergarten or something. So we go like this and check, and g3. There is no way you can do anything here. So he tries this move, and it's a nice finish, getting a queen. And hoping only to be a piece down, maybe find some way to attack f2 and b5, but this is mate in one. So nice London attack by Abasov, and elimination of Vidit, who is not a bad player, but well, strong opening. Don't play it against me. I don't like it. It is annoying. If you have questions, you can leave it in a comment, or remember to sign up for the newsletter and so on. Subscribe, like, share, tell your friends, donate to the channel, do whatever. This was GM Talks. Thank you.